Andrea is a walker-killing machine. Glenn is using shells as weapons, and Rick knew about Laurie and Shane this whole time. Amazing. Tonight, director Kevin Smith and comedian Paula Tompkins are here to discuss all things zombie. I'm Chris Hardwick, and this is Talking Dead. Welcome to our program. We're live. We want to hear from you guys. We're going to read your questions and comments and answer your telephone calls. What questions are eating away at you after watching tonight's episode of The Walking Dead? Tweet us at AMC Talking Dead. Email us your questions at talkingdead@amctv.com or pick up the phone and call us toll free at 1-855-332-3548. That's 1-855-DEAD-LIVE. I still have not read it that way yet. I apologize. Joining us now are diehard Walking Dead fans, comedian Paula Tompkins, director Kevin Smith. Guys. Wow. All right. A lot of stuff happened this episode. There was a lot of, I feel like there were a lot of character transformations in this episode, a ton of stuff going on, and yet the show didn't feel overcrowded with plot devices this week. What do you think?
I'll tell you, for a show, this is what I like about the show is we all think we know the undead genre, and then this show kind of gives you insight into things you're like, oh, I've never known that before. Like, they eat horses, don't they? That's, that's new. We learned that. We learned that they can hoard, that the undead will hoard and move along. We've seen a zombie autopsy or something like that. Yep. So you see insights into the zombie world, you see great character development, but I think this week more than any other was the week that made me think about chickens more than anything else.
Zombies love chickens.
Who knew? They taste like human, I guess. But the notion of the idea of like the chickens in the post-apocalyptic world captured my imagination. Never think about it because you always see humans running from zombies, but apparently that gave like a good long period where chickens were free.
Yeah.
Like it's over. Like the chicken apocalypse that we've lived through for years. People eating.
Oh no.
They're done. They're eating humans.
No.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I know. Well, actually, when you think about it, for chickens, their whole for generations it's been Walking Dead for them.
Yeah. And then they're off the hook, and then suddenly some chick comes along, breaks their legs, and chucks them to zombies. Like, no!
Are you serious? The dead ones can eat us too?
Yes.
Ah, crap.
This is unfair.
It sucks to be a chicken. Paul F., do you think is the whole thing about Laurie and Shane and Rick knew this whole time? How? What? How?
Well, it was a little bit surprising, but when you think about it, against the landscape of a zombie apocalypse, I guess you will get a new perspective on things, right?
Yeah.
That first of all, Shane did not exactly not stare at Laurie again and again and again. Like, he had to have noticed at some point, like, what do you do again? Yeah. Like, so I feel like the fact that he was okay with it, it's sort of like, well, yeah, I guess we got bigger things to worry about than our marriage at this point. I think that's all going to be fine because there's a hellscape outside.
I didn't think hellscape. That's my word. I didn't think. I mean, for me, I could just read the comics again. That didn't really happen until way into the comic series when she blurted that out.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what did you just say?
Yeah.
Like, I was
surprised a lot of stuff that started that happened a lot faster than I thought it was going to happen.
Yeah.
With Dale talking to Shane, and intimating that maybe what happened with Otis was not the way he said. Like I was like, wow, already?
Yeah, seriously, how many people has Shane screwed on the show? There's Laurie, Andrea, Otis. Otis got screwed the hardest.
I noticed that, man. As a fat guy, I watched how they treat other fat guys in the post-apocalyptic.
They treat them like chickens.
Totally, man. I don't want to get Otis, and that was heartbreaking to me. They seemed like such good friends, and then he was just like, no, fatty, bang.
Bam.
It was like high school all over again.
Yep. You got attacked by zombies in your high school?
Yeah, and I got shot in the knee a lot.
Oh man.
I'll tell you the thing, the relationship thing that I found kind of most affecting was I'm watching this episode, and boom, she kind of hits them with the information. All right, me and your buddy did it. Yeah. And the whole series long, we're like, what's gonna happen when he finds out? And he has the opposite reaction of what like a man would normally have. So I immediately raced back and I'm like, I gotta see the credits. And sure enough, it was written by a woman. I was like, there's no way. There's no way on earth. It's just like I cheated on you with your best friend. He's just like, it's all right, it's a zombie.
You know what? Hey, honey, we'll walk it off.
Yeah,
it's fine. We'll do a lot of everything. But I love again, transformations. Like within the first minute of the episode, Carl says to Laurie, I rewound it like 3 times and listened again when he says everything is food for something else.
Yeah.
And it really made me, again, in comic books, which I keep comparing it to back and forth. Carl becomes a pretty strong force in the comics. And I
very dark.
Very dark. But
Yeah.
it makes me think that kids would be great in the zombie apocalypse because you think everything's pretty black and white to them. All right, well, we gotta kill that guy. Okay, that's in the way, so let's get rid of that. They don't really get settled with emotions. They just kind of do what has to be done. And he's very matter of fact about that.
One of the things that I like about it is what makes the book so unique and the series so unique is that it's its own world. It's not trying to be an allegory for something else. It's not trying to be a metaphor. It's like, what if this happened? This is what it would be like, and things would be different. So like a kid growing up in that, it's almost a blessing that his childhood is taken away. He's forced to see the world very, as you say, black and white, because he's going to have to make very quick decisions again and again and again just to survive.
Yeah, apparently he's going to have 2 dads like instantly. Dad 1 and better dad.
The chat on TalkingDead.com tonight was all about whether or not the group is going to leave the farm. So our poll question is: the man who took you in wants you to leave his peaceful farm. What do? Leave quietly? Tell him you won't go without a fight, or kill him and take over? Go to TalkingDead.com to vote. Coming up, an exclusive clip from next week's The Walking Dead. But first, let us bid a fond farewell to those who are no more.
Now the kind of man can turn his own best friend. What you think I do to some guy that I don't even like? When he starts throwing accusations my way, what you think?
Next Sunday, there's a new Talking Dead live at midnight Eastern right here on AMC, so please check it out. I'm Chris Hardwick. I'm back with comedian Paula Tompkins, director Kevin Smith. After seeing that scene, so there's a lot of stuff going on between Dale now and Shane. Shane really has some weird thing with everyone now, and I think a lot of this has to do. There was a moment where Dale kind of noticed that Shane. He figured out that Shane got carjacked, for a better word, by Andrea. What's to call it? Right. But and I think that there's definitely a little bit of tension there. But is Dale just the negotiator now for everyone?
I think Dale is flaccid Ben Kenobi. He feels the need to walk around the camp and get in everybody's grill and tell them their father left them a lightsaber or something like that. Yeah. He doesn't seem to have like the kind of leadership quality that he feels he has. Whenever I watch the scenes with him, the acting is wonderful. It's not about that, but it's just like sometime sooner or later, someone's gonna shoot this man in the head before he becomes a zombie.
Do you think he's manipulating people, Paul?
I think he's very paternal, and I think he's very much like a dad who's walking around like, you know what you're doing wrong. He's going around to everybody in the camp like, you got to tell your husband, you got to do this, you got to do that.
I don't want to clean the zombies on the barn, Dad. I think we have a caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name's Latimer from Los Angeles.
Hello.
How's it going? I was wondering, the attack in the pharmacy, is that going to change Maggie's perception of what walkers, really are?
Oh, great question. First of all, the former sex pharmacy has had the earth salted by a deadly attack and a dead walker. But I do love this idea of like Herschel being isolated in their family, really still thinking that there's humanity left in the zombies, and the rest of them being like, no.
Well, she goes from on the way to the pharmacy saying, I don't call them walkers, I call them, Dad.
Mom,
and,
yeah,
give them names.
And then by the time she's giving Glenn the pep talk, she says you're going to be walker bait. So she's shifted into using that term.
After the hinge head thing. But she's totally. But now I like that she's coming around to Glenn. Like she clearly has feelings for him.
The problem is the pharmacy is now spoiled to them.
Right.
Like he'll now every time they go to the pharmacy, he used to think like I'm gonna get laid.
Yeah.
And now it's just like she'll never do it here because of the walkers.
I know. Well, though, if you're a guy, you can do it. You're gonna be like, just scoot that guy out of the way. We'll be fine.
Yeah, they're not coming.
It was exciting to see the limits of how much a zombie's head can be off its body and still be functional.
Yeah.
Which, and what was exciting to me was eventually we're going to see just a head that is trying to bite.
It's possible.
It's probable. If it doesn't happen, I'll be furious.
All right. So Lori, he brings back all the pills for Lori. Here's a question from Facebook by Claire H. Did Lori down all those pills because she thinks the baby is Shane's? Do you think that's what? I think it's more that she doesn't want to bring up the baby.
Yeah, I think from based on every scene they kind of threw out there, it didn't seem like she even said at one point, no, it's Rick. She seemed kind of sure of it. It just seemed like I don't want to bring a kid into this. This is horrible.
Yeah.
Well, just not long ago when Carl was dying, she was like, maybe that's not such a bad idea.
Morning after pills are great. What's wrong with morning after cake? Can't we get that? Can't science do something? Or Plan B?
I just think it's so weird that they went to the pharmacy to get these morning after pills and there were no zombie protesters. Right to life.
Me dead, me still have conscience. Coming up next, we have an exclusive clip from next week's episode of The Walking Dead. Don't forget to go to TalkingDead.com to vote in our poll. We're going to be right back more with Paul Tompkins and Kevin Smith right after this. We're back with Paul Thomas and Kevin Smith. Man, Andrea, just like a claw game, just goes right in there. You can see the outline of it. Like,
I was very uncomfortable watching that.
That's got to be the first. I've been watching TV for nearly 41 years. I don't ever remember seeing that in a primetime program. Somebody do the actual grab.
No, well, and I Love Lucy, Ethel did Fred. Is this
It was my birthday. It was Fred grabbing.
Fred grabbing Ethel.
But they had one foot on the floor, so it was okay.
Separate beds. Is this a one-time thing with Andrea and Shane, or is this the beginning of a romance? Personally, I think she's just all hyped up because she just was essentially reborn into this world when she kind of discovered her mutant power.
Right. She
was just all hot and horny after that.
I think so. I think she realized that guns are just vibrators with bullets. She got very excited. It's a natural. I mean, this poor chick, she lost her sister. She almost killed herself in the CDC. She didn't want to live. Now she got a reason to live. Sausage.
Yes. Andrea's character is, as I said, is emotionally reborn in this episode tonight with Revolution from essentially Walker Magnet to Sharpshooter. So here's a behind-the-scenes look at how all this came together. Check it out.
And thank you. Keep coming.
Hi, I'm Angela Kang. I'm the writer of this episode of The Walking Dead in Season 2. As you can see behind us, we've got a big zombie scene going on today. In this scene, we're seeing Andrea sort of evolve into this sharpshooting badass. The writers, we've been calling this the volcano of murder scene.
Are you kidding me?
When everything kind of clicks for her and she realizes that she can really shoot and become like a protector of the camps. This is a big part of her journey as a character where she was a little bit isolated and now she's like kind of discovering her inner strength after the death of her sister.
She's a learner. She studies people, and she's determined to be good at it.
She starts off taking some baby steps and then really starts to come into her own as a leader.
Yeah, Lori Holden kicked so much ass in the episode tonight. That gun barrel thing the camera was really
That
awesome.
looks like either shooting on either Canon 5D or Canon 7D. Those cameras are light. They look like just tourist cameras. Then you hook it up to a very slim rig, so it's connected to the gun. So everything, it's pointing directly at her, whatever she puts. It's a really cool shot.
By the way, if you guys want to see page-to-screen comparisons of the show and the comics from The Walking Dead, here's this book, The Walking Dead Chronicles, the official companion book, is available now in all bookstores. And it's, again, it's like panels from the comics, scenes from the show. You kind of see where the touch points of everything are. I want to look up one more time. Book! Coming up, we're going to reveal the results of tonight's poll. Plus, we're going to show you an exclusive clip from next week's episode of The Walking Dead. But first, let's take a break from talking about hostile carcasses to give this week's fresh buzz. Check out the scene from tonight's episode with some fresh facts. Welcome back to Talking Dead. There are a ton of questions we're going to get to, so catch our live after show online at TalkingDead.com. It's right after the show ends. Still to come, the exclusive clip from next week's episode of The Walking Dead. But first, the poll results. Remember, our question was, man takes you in to his home, he wants you to leave his peaceful farm. What do you do? The poll results are 46% say kill him and take over. Oh, wow. That is the American way, damn it. Yeah. Take that damn farm. I do want to, do we have time for a quick question here? Before, let's get to the clip first, and then we'll do one more quick, because this is an exclusive clip from next week's episode of The Walking Dead, which airs next Sunday at 9 Eastern. Check this out. Zombie Peep Show. What do you think Shane's going to do with that situation?
He's probably going to try to sleep with all of them.
I will kill you with flesh bullets. Wow, what? Wow. I'm not sorry for anything. Here we go. This is a great question. At Imp in My Head says, Andrea, that's the name, that's the Twitter name. Andrea suddenly clicked when she got her Walker kill groove in her street test when she kind of goes into bullet time. Could she possibly become Shane V2O? Do you think that's happening?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like basically they'll have a lot in common. They like shooting things and grabbing each other's junk.
Yep.
So I imagine, yeah, I think she can be Shane. Look, here's as a storyteller, this is what I get scared about. I know they follow the comics sometimes, they deviate from the comics. But just when everything seems to be going right, where he's like, it's cool that she slept with my friend. I'm all right with that. And then Shane over here has got the emo chick and she's feeling good about life. All of a sudden, something bad is about to happen.
Yeah. And especially, well, early episode when Shane is going to teach Carl how to shoot a gun.
Yeah.
That is, I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but that is very foreboding within the world.
Glenn is now saying, I always come back every 5 minutes. He's like, I always come back.
He does.
I was like, well, one of these days, something is going going to happen. He's not going to come back.
Maybe. Here's an email we got from a girl named Michelle. What more could Rick do to persuade Herschel to let them stay? Lori seems to think he hasn't done enough. Every time he kind of keeps checking with Herschel, like, huh? No? All right, I'll be back.
What else can we do?
Yeah.
Well, you know, he's not pushing hard enough.
And what is it that Herschel, like, why doesn't he want them there? Like, it's a camp of people. They have weapons. They're young and strong. What's wrong with him?
Well, there's a fundamental disagreement about what the zombies are and, you know, if this is going to be a permanent situation or not. So that, I think, if you're keeping a bunch of zombies walking around your barn, rather than destroying them, I think you might see the world a little differently.
Yeah. This is a question from Twitter. How is Lori so sure the baby is a Rick? Do you think she's just convincing herself?
She seems, the way she delivered it, and I assume it was kind of written in that way, it was so like, oh, without a question.
Yeah,
so it sounds like maybe they made her deliver it that way so that it's so, it doesn't even become a question in your mind, and then like a few episodes from now, there'll be a question. But it seemed like that was not the issue.
We'll know if that baby comes out super ripped.
That baby's abs are pretty tight. That's got to be changed,
If
baby.
that baby shoots out and immediately confronts Dale, then we might know it might be changed.
Yeah, never mind. I was going to say something horrible. But I'm not going to. Here's a good question. Who's more liability when being chased by walkers? A big guy like Otis or a woman who's 9 months pregnant?
I bet you end up a big guy like Otis, because if you're a mother, you're going to do everything you can to save your kid.
Yeah.
If you're Otis, you're just like, I'm going to do everything I can to get to lunch.
We got to continue the conversation in the after show. Thanks for watching Talking Dead. Thank Paula Tompkins. The Suzanne special, Laboring Under Delusions, is on Comedy Central this spring. Kevin Smith, go see smod.com for Kevin's upcoming show. Join us next week. We're going to have Robert Kirkman will be here. Special effects mastermind Brent Nicotero. Daryl himself, Norman Reedus in studio. You can go to